Welcome back. Now we'll be starting with the further part, whatever we did up till now. But before I go to that, let us recapitulate what we did in coordinate geometry. First, we had distance formula, which said the distance is nothing but under root square of difference of x coordinate, that is sum of squares of difference of x coordinate and y coordinate. Sum of squares of difference of x coordinate and y coordinate. It is sum of squares of difference of x coordinate and y coordinate. Okay. Then we had section formula for internal division. I also showed you section formula for external division. Here I told you how to apply it. That is, x coordinate of the division is mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, and y coordinate of division is my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. I told you that this is not mattering so much. How do we apply? That is very important. So I showed you that technique also. Then midpoint formula is nothing but x coordinate is sum of x coordinate divided by 2, and y coordinate is y coordinate of midpoint. This is x coordinate of midpoint, this is y coordinate of midpoint. Both are nothing but sum of x coordinate divided by 2 and sum of y coordinate divided by 2. And centroid formula is nothing but the sum of all x coordinate of the vertices divided by 3 and sum of y coordinate of all the vertices divided by 3. These are centroid, that is centroid of a triangle. Then we came to another part which said like this: the slope of any line is given as tan theta. In short, we write slope as small m. So slope of any line is tan theta, where what is theta? Theta is inclination of that line. And what is inclination? Inclination is the smallest non-negative angle made by any line with positive direction of x-axis. Okay? And from, so called as, if you have two different points and slope is to be found out, that also we saw the slope of line can be found out as difference of y coordinate upon difference of ratio of difference of y coordinate upon difference of x coordinate. And the most important thing we saw was slope of parallel lines is always equal. And I told you one more thing, that is, if the lines are perpendicular, then product of slopes is -1. Okay. Now this question I have written here. It says ABCD is particular quadrilateral. I will check whether it is parallelogram or not. So this can be done using distance formula, but with distance formula it becomes very lengthy. So we'll go by two short methods. Okay. Which are that method? The first is fulfilling the definition. What definition says? Definition says that opposite sides are parallel. And to show opposite sides parallel, you don't need to show distance formula or something like that. You can just show the slopes, you can just check the slope. That is, if the slopes of opposite sides are equal, that means they are parallel. Okay? So that is the one thing. And second property which I have already used in previous part of showing, that is finding different vertices of D. So there we used so called as property of parallelogram. What it says? Ki diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. That means whatever is the midpoint of one diagonal, same will be the midpoint of another diagonal. So let us go by method 1. That is, if I do this method 1, that is, I will say here, okay, let M be midpoint of A. Okay, I am not saying that it is diagonal, so AC is, sorry, AC, because when you draw it like this, so let me write it simply and check it: A, B, C and D. Okay, I am talking about this. So AC, I am not saying that midpoint will be matching or what, but I just want to check what is the midpoint of this segment AC. Okay, so according to midpoint formula, that is by midpoint formula, the coordinates of midpoint M will be your x1 plus x2, x1 plus x2, sum of x coordinate divided by 2, sum of y coordinate divided by 2. This writing formula is absolutely not necessary. It is absolutely not necessary. We are writing it for ourselves. Now who is x1 and who is x2, that also is based on you. That is, A and C is there, right? So x coordinate of A is your -4 plus what is x coordinate of C, that is 8. So this is to 2, and y coordinate of A is -7 plus y coordinate of C is 5 upon 2, right? So what we get here is the coordinate of M are so called as 8 minus 4 is 4, that is 2. 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And minus 7 plus 5. So this, so we know we have did this number of times, that is subtraction will be there. 7 minus 5 is 2, and minus 2 by minus 2, that is minus 2 by 2, that is nothing but minus 1. So coordinate of midpoint of AC is so called as 2 comma minus 1. I will check what is coordinate of BD. So coordinate of midpoint. So I will say here let so called as R be midpoint of DD. Okay. So by midpoint formula, now there is no need to write the formula absolutely. The coordinates of midpoint will be BD, na? BD. So this is your B. X coordinate of B is minus 1 plus, and B is 5 divided by 2, comma, sum of x coordinate divided by 2, sum of y coordinate 2 and minus 4, 2 plus, and this is minus 4. So this is not good to write, but one more important thing, these are coordinates. So you cannot change the bracket outside. The outside bracket will only be rounded. Okay? Here it will be this way upon 2 and the round bracket. Okay? Means here bracket has come. Generally I have taught you when I have two brackets, so I use round bracket inside, then curly bracket outside that, and the square bracket whole outside it. Okay? So that I am not doing here because it is coordinate, and coordinates are always represented in round bracket. Okay? So here you get R representing 5 minus 1, 4 by 2, and 2 plus of minus 4, that is 2 minus 4 is minus 2 by 2. So you get coordinates of R to be 2 comma minus 1. That means what I get? I get coordinate of M and coordinate of R to be same, right? So what does this indicate? Therefore, M and R coincide. Coincide, it means diagonals cut each other at same point, right? So therefore I can say that diagonals bisect each other. Okay? And if a quadrilateral has diagonals bisecting each other, then that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Therefore, this quadrilateral which is there, that is quadrilateral ABCD, is a parallelogram. This is one easiest method which you can do, and other is also that way only, not too difficult. You will be finding slope of AB, slope of BC, slope of CD, and slope of AD. The slope of AB must be equal to slope of CD, and slope of AD must be equal to slope of BC. Since all the points are distinct, so therefore these lines will be parallel to each other, and since opposite lines are parallel, the given quadrilateral becomes a parallelogram. But this is quite easier if you want to go by method 2. So let me do it in short. This is, I will find slope of AB. Slope of AB, if this is your A and this is your B. I never said it is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. I said what? Difference of y coordinate upon difference of x coordinate. So difference of y coordinate, so this is suppose your first one, that is minus 7. Then this is your next y, AB. So it is minus 2 upon. Since I took this as first, so this will come as first, that is minus 4 minus of, and this is your minus 1. This is your minus 1. Okay, let me check it once again. I took minus 7 pehle, so after that is minus 2, that is difference of y coordinate upon difference of x coordinate. This is your minus 4 minus of minus 1, so it becomes minus 9. That is, let me call this as M1. Okay, so my M1 is minus 9, and this is your minus 4 plus 3. So minus 9 upon minus 3, that is, this will become minus 9 upon minus 3, because this is minus 4 plus 1, that is equal to 3. This is your M1. So same way I'll find, first I'll find the slope of opposite side, that is slope of opposite side DC. So slope of DC will be what? Difference of y coordinate upon difference of x coordinate. Difference of y coordinate to D and C. This is D and C. So I will get y coordinate difference, that is 5 minus of minus 4 upon, this is 5 first, then minus of minus 4. This minus is middle wala, that is difference. Na? So this minus, and minus 4 is its own personal sign. And then it is B and C we are taking, that is 8. Since I took this 5 pehle, so 8 will come pehle. 8 minus 5. So 5 minus of minus 4 is 5 plus 4, that is 9, and 8 minus 5 is 3. So it will be 9 by 3, which is equal to 3, and let this be M. So what I will say here is, since M1 is equal to M2, that means those lines are parallel to each other. So lines are parallel, that means AB is parallel to, so I will get here AB parallel to DC. Proceeding in same way, I will find the slope of AD and then the slope of DC. We have seen that it is already shown parallelogram, so obviously slope of AD and slope of BC also will come same. And when it will come same, so I will say that AD is parallel to BC, indicating the last line like this, okay, since opposite sides of quadrilateral are parallel, so given quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Okay, take a snapshot of this, because these formulas which are and everything I am going to clear it. Okay. Now, coming to the question that I have written, it already says that points A, B, C are collinear. Now understand this concept pehle. If they are collinear, that means they must lie on a straight line, right? And in so-called as while taking theory of slope, I showed you, okay, if you have 3 points A, B, C, then obviously slope of line can be taken as slope of AB or slope of BC or slope of AC. So now one thing will come like this, okay, it will be saying like this to me now for myself only, okay, if AB slope is equal to slope of BC or equal to slope of AC, it means okay, AB will be parallel to BC, will be parallel to AC. Yes, that is correct or not? Because you will tell me, okay, I myself told you, okay, if lines are having slope same, that means they are parallel. Now they are having slope same, so they must be parallel, but they aren't parallel, right? So yes, they are parallel only, okay? Because as you study further, you will come to know the exact connection between parallelism and collinearity, but not now. So what I mean to say is, okay, I will be using the concept of slope only. How to? That is, see, if I get slope of AB, taking this one, that is slope of AB equal to slope of BC. Okay, if slope of AB is equal to slope of BC, it means that AB is parallel to BC, right? I will repeat myself. I said, okay, if I get slope of AB equal to slope of BC, it means that AB is parallel to BC. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. So AB is parallel to BC only. But since point B is a common point between them, they cannot be parallel but can only be collinear. Okay? That means if lines are collinear, then too their slopes are equal. So parallel lines having a common point, indicates that they are collinear and they will have slope same. So here I am being given that already ABC are collinear. That means slope of AB, that is 6, A, B, C are collinear. Then, and one more important thing, it is not necessary to know who lies between the other two. It is not absolutely necessary, because slope of AB will be equal to slope of BC will be equal to slope of AC. So here, since they are collinear, so I will say here the slope of AB is equal to slope of BC. So slope of AB is equal to slope of BC. So slope of AB can be found out as ratio of difference of y coordinate is to difference of x coordinate. So difference of y coordinate in AB will be your, I am starting with this unknown, that will be more better, B minus difference, na? And sorry, C is the y coordinate, C minus, and this is your y coordinate, that is minus 4 upon B minus, and x coordinate is minus 1, is equal to slope of BC. So here also I will take this unknown only pi, that is C, that is y coordinate minus y coordinate minus y coordinate, and x coordinate minus y coordinate. Okay, so what I get here is C plus 4 upon B plus 1 is C plus 1 upon B minus 5. Right? So obviously I don't have to do anything. I just have to cross multiply to check what I am going to get the result. Okay? So I am cross multiplying to get the result. So I will get this as C plus 4 into B minus 5 is C plus 1 into B plus 1. This cross multiplication is the simple so-called as word which we are using, but actually it is not cross multiplication. But right now we are not jumping into that particular part. We are not requiring that. Okay. So here, when I multiply, so this C multiplies to B, this C multiplies to B, so it will become CB minus C into 5, that is minus 5C, plus 4 into B, that is 4B, and 4 into 5, that is minus 20. Okay, same story here. C into B is your CB, C into 1 plus 1 is C, plus 1 into B is B, and plus 1 into 1 is 1. Now when I shift this CB to this side, okay, when I shift this CB to this side, so obviously this will become negative, that is minus, so this will go. Okay, and I will be shifting so-called as this B and C to make it positive. So B is here. Okay, so I am taking this B here. So it is 4B minus B. Okay, and this minus 5C already is present over here. This C comes here to becomes minus C, and this 1 was already here. This 20 I am taking that side, so becomes plus 20. So I get 4B minus B, that will be 3B, 5 plus 1, 6C is equal to 21. Now you can see over here, we all are divisible by 3. So let me take 3 common. It is B minus 2C is equal to 21. Therefore B minus 2C is 21 by 3. So therefore B minus 2C is 7. Rather to say the value of B is this 2C going that side, 2C plus 7. Let this be my first one. Okay. Now this I got, I did not get the exact value of B nor the exact value of C. So I will search in the question if I am having any relationship of this. So in the question it is told that 2B plus C is equal to 4. So now your 2B plus C is equal to 4, indicating that this this particular, this is first ka value, I can put over here, means wherever b is there, there I will write 2b plus c, right? So here, sorry, wherever b is there, I will write 2c plus 7. So here b is there, right? So what I am doing here, I am putting first in second. In second I am putting up. So I get this 2 and b replaced as 2c plus 7. If I write like this, so you know very well it will become 22, not 2 into. To indicate into, I will put bracket. This is b replaced. Here is plus sign and this c is equal to 4. So when I open the bracket now, once again see, this was b, which I wrote it as 2c plus 7. This c as it is and this 4 as it is. So what I get here is 2 into 4c, 2 7 is 14 plus c is equal to 4. Right? So I get here 4c plus c, that is equal to 5c, and plus 14 I am taking that side, will become 4 minus 14, right? Plus 14 goes that side, so it becomes here to 5c is equal to minus 10. So between 5 and c there is multiplication, so c transfers to right side, and sorry, 5 transfers to right side and becomes minus 10 by 5, indicating c value is minus 2. Okay, once you get the value of c, put it where you want to find b. So now b is already known as 2c plus 7, right? So wherever c is there, I will write minus 2. So if I write like this, so it will represent 2 minus 2 plus 7, whereas actually it is multiplication. To indicate multiplication, I need to put the base here, right? So it is 2 into 2, that is minus 4 plus 7. So b value is 7 minus 4, that is 3. Okay, so you got the value of of b and c. Okay, quite simple. Let us go to another question of collinearity. Now let us check the collinearity of this particular points. Okay, so what I am going to do is, I will be finding slope of this AB and then slope of BN, and I will check whether they are equal or not. Okay, so slope of AB, let it be M1. So what is M1? So your M1 is nothing but ratio of difference of y coordinate is to difference of x coordinate. That is y coordinate difference 4 minus, this is first I am taking, this is second, minus y coordinate minus y coordinate upon 4 I took from here, so I need to take this minus 4 by take, that is x coordinate minus x coordinate, that is minus 2. So I put a bracket over here. So what I get here is, now see here the denominator is not there. This is, I told you always, alone number is always numerator. So the denominator comes here to be as 1. Okay. So cross multiplication, because subtraction cannot be done if the denominators are different. So denominator need to make same. So 2 4 is 8 minus 5 by 2 and upon. This is minus 4 minus of minus 2, that is plus 2, minus 4 plus 2, that is equal to minus 2. So what you get here is 8 minus 5, that is 3 by 2. And see, this was the main division, this was. So I am writing it as divided by minus 2. Okay? But since division of fraction I do not know, so I will convert it into multiplication. So my M1 becomes here 3 by 2 into, nothing is there, so 1 ulta ho jayega, that is minus 1 by 2. Minus does not matter, minus can be given anywhere. So you get finally M1 as minus 3 by 4. Okay. Now let us find slope of Bn. That is slope of Bn. ठीक है, that is also difference of y coordinate upon difference of x coordinate. That is y coordinate is 5 by 2, 5 by 2, okay, and here is minus 2. So minus the difference वाला minus and minus 2 individual उसका खुद का sign, that is bracket minus upon difference of x coordinate. 5 by 2 I took पहले, so I need to take this minus 2 only पहले, that is minus 2, okay, and this is minus 2, okay, so that becomes 5 by 2 plus 2 upon minus 6, right? So here I get this to be as 1. So on cross multiplication for making denominator same, otherwise I cannot proceed. So I need to make denominator same. For making denominator same, it will become so called as 5 plus 4, 5 plus 4 upon 2, right? And it is divided by 6. Okay, divided by 6. Minus 6 in short, sorry, it is minus 6. Huh? That is repeated right this side a little bit. It is 5 plus 4 upon 2 and divided by minus 6. Okay? Okay? So this becomes your, this will turn out to be 5 plus 4, 9, 9 by 2. Division cannot be done, so I will convert it into multiplication and it will become minus 1 by 6. That is 9 by 2 into minus 1 by 6. Okay, so this will become your 3 3s are 3 2s are, that is minus 3 by 4. Okay, this is your slope of dn, which is your m1, right? So I got slope m1 as minus 3 by 4 and m2 also as minus 3 by 4. So my concluding line now will be like this. Okay, m1 is equal to m2. Okay, m1 is equal to m2. That means these lines are parallel. That is, take a snapshot first so that I can clear it. Okay. So now, what does it mean? It means that K, your this, that is M1 is equal to M2, M1, therefore your M1 is equal to M2. So M1 is slope of AB. That means that the line AB is parallel to slope of BM, that is BM. Okay, so AB is parallel to BN, that is the straight meaning of slope being equal. But you can see here the point B is common. So AB is parallel to BN with common point B. And since the point is common, that means they have an intersection point. So they cannot be so called as parallel. And this can only come if they are in straight line. So therefore, this A, B and N. Now I can say also here, now you can very clearly say which point comes between the other two. So B repeats, na? So therefore A dash B dash N indicates that A, B and N are collinear, and hence this can be written in this way also, and we also came to know which are the 2 points lying between the other two. Okay, now we have one more question which we will do, but probably in the next session.